Good morning, hockey fans. Welcome to the Division 6 championship game on this Sunday, the April 18th for the Western Recreational Adult Hockey League. We've got a dandy of a hockey game ahead, folks, as the Green Gate Gargoyles are taking on the Modus Wild here for Division 6 championship glory at the end of the playoffs. My name's Paul. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play here today. To my right is Desmond.
And a pleasure to be here today at the State Arena, Paul. And our fans might know us from a couple of different adventures we've done together, including Canadian Junior Idol, where we were the judges, and the volleyball Calgary finals as well. We do all different types of gigs, Paul, but my favorite by far is the Raw finals.
To our broadcast left, we have the Modus Wild. And to our broadcast right, in blue jerseys, we have the Green Gate Gargoyles, as sponsored by Green Gate Garden Centers. This should be a dandy of a hockey game. 45 minutes to determine Division 6 supremacy in Raw.
And Modus Wild with 5 games played in the playoffs, 4 wins, 1 losses. Gargoyles undefeated in the playoffs with 3 wins. And we're looking forward to a great Div 6 final game.
All right, folks, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty fired up about this one. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of refereeing a pretty good hockey game in the morning that the Modus Wild had to play in order to get into these finals. So they gotta be fired up. 2 games in a weekend. And they're taking on the playoff undefeated Green Gate Gargoyles.
And just taking a look at the Green Gate Gargoyles, we have 35 Andrew Kordick between the pipes. He's done an excellent job for his team in the regular season. 20 wins, 8 losses. That's Andrew Kordick for the Green Gate Gargoyles in between the pipes today.
All right, and we are underway. 20 seconds into this game here. We got 45 minutes of hockey ahead. Green Gate Gargoyles and Modus Wild. The Wild now, they are on the attack. Wrist shot from the high slot, right on target, into the logo. Easily steered away by the Gargoyles goalie. Puck now, back to center. Wild have it under control. They go to dump it in. And it's deflected back off a hand. And the Gargoyles are going to have possession now into the attacking zone. Here's number 20, Dipsy doing a little hack and whack. And a shot on goal, and the Modus Wild goalie was equal to the task, making a save. And the puck now goes into the corner. Number 4 rings it around. Play is broken up on the far boards. Stick tangled up there, and here come the Modus Wild now. Through, number 3 takes the shot right into the pads of number 10. There's another shot. Modus Wild back-to-back shots from close in, steered away by the Gargoyles goalie. Play now heads back into the Wild zone. Gargoyles pick it up in front.
And we saw some great plays by number 3, Josh Cullen of the Modus Wild. Fancy stick handling, some opportunities. Wasn't able to put it away, but he'll be a force to be reckoned with in this game. Let's keep an eye on him.
All right, the Wild now. They've got the puck back in their own zone. Chip shot trying to get out through center. That play is broken up by the Gargoyles. Gargoyles number 5. He walks in. Wrist shot right on target. Rebound. Couldn't be banged in by the Gargoyles. They send it back to the point. Number 7 takes the shot to the corner. Stolen in front of the net by number 15. He can't control it and keep possession now. Wild number 21 into the attacking zone. Cuts towards the middle. High slot. Steers the puck on goal. Easily pushed to the corner by the Gargoyles goalie. Desmond, who is that Gargoyles goalie today?
The Gargoyles goalie we talked briefly about, Andrew Kordick, number 34. 20 wins, 8 losses in the regular season. And again, undefeated in the playoffs thus far, doing a great job. In between the pipes for Modus Wild, we have goaltender Brad Sawchuk, 17 wins, 10 losses in the regular season, goals against average of 5.64.
All right, now the Wild in the attacking zone, in behind the goal, looking for a There's going to be a high sticking call, which will be our first penalty of the day as the play is stopped here. The Wild player was attacking in the left wing zone, maybe had his head a little bit low, but the Gargoyles player got the stick up into the chicklets. It's just going to be 2 minutes, Desmond.
Penalty minutes, Paul, if you were, when you were playing hockey, what would be a common penalty for you that you would get?
Well, for me, it was usually roughing or cross-checking or slashing, you doing something stupid in my own zone. Or a few hooking calls when players that were much faster than me, which is most players, would go by on the wing. I'd have no choice but to apply the hook. Here is the Wild now, attacking on the power play. Over to number 3, out in front, shot! Gets through and is broken up. And here we go now. The Gargoyles send the puck the length of the ice on the penalty kill. No icing. Here comes the Wild. The Wild wearing Minnesota Wild style jerseys, even borrowing the logo from the Minnesota Wild organization. I don't think they're paying any royalties.
I think you can pretty much guarantee that in the Raw Beer Hockey League.
Now the Gargoyles are wearing St. Louis Blues blue colors. They're to our broadcast right. Wild are on the power play for another minute. They can't control their own pass center the length of the ice, but it's on goal, and we have a stoppage in play.
And goaltender Andrew Kordick playing it safe, covering it up. No one wants to take any chances to give up that crucial first goal in the first period. When you think of penalty minute leaders, who comes to mind in the NHL for you in history?
And the Wild send that one in. Desmond, we'll get back to your question on the whistle. The Wild are on the power play. Send the puck through. Number 3 has it on the point on the right side. Back to the top of the point. There's a slap shot. And we got a couple of rebounds there. And the Green Gargoyles goalie made all the saves there. Here come the Wild. Cutting in. We've got a 4-on-1 right in front of the net. And it's broken up by the defenseman, number 14, who has a pretty big hockey league beard here. All kinds of impressive, but you can grow that level of beard. Here come the Wild now. They've got 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Number 76, slap shot. Oh my goodness, that was a big time shot. It's going to be a power play goal with a slap shot from the point that beat the goalie high on the blocker's side.
And Modus Wild putting up the first goal of the game, and that appeared to be coming from number 76, Christopher Hellery, who in 11 games played in the regular season has 11 points. And again, a nice slap shot to get Modus Wild on the board. And again, any names mispronounced by either one of us today, Lauren's going to donate $1 to the charity of your choice. That may or may not be officially confirmed.
All right, an early 1-0 lead for the Modus Wild with a power play goal here, 5 minutes into the game. The Gargoyles, number 20, he sends the puck towards the middle. The Wild player chips it out. Here come the Gargoyles back in their own zone. Number 2, it looks like, picks it up. He dishes to number 21, who goes on the attack, waits for help. Dipsy doodles in, fires a wrist shot wide from the high slot. And the Gargoyles now, number 10, back into his own zone. Number 21 picks it up. He's going to gain control, dishes to the far left wing. Number 20, slap shot, big time save by Sawchuk. Makes the glove save and the puck goes up into the netting off the goalie. That was a heck of a save, Desmond.
That's right. Seems like things are fairly evenly matched today. Teams are going to have to be careful not to get into too much trouble with penalties today. Face off to the right of Modus Wild goaltender.
Then we got a couple of goal announcement here. The first goal for the Modus Wild was scored by number 76, Christopher Helleray. And the assists go to number 23, Derek Dunn, as well as number 14, Jeff DeLue. And earlier, causing that power play where the goal was scored, the Green Gate Gargoyles penalty went to number 10, Trent Fogg. He received a minor penalty for high sticking.
And again, Derek Dunn for the Modus Wild. We expect great things from him today. He's the point leader all throughout the 2017-18 winter season. And outstanding at setting up plays with 39 assists. And he set up Christopher for that beautiful goal in this first period.
And here's number 21 for the Gargoyles. He's got the puck. Play is broken up by the Wild now. A little malfunction at the junction there at the blue line. The Gargoyles retreat to their own zone, pick up the puck. Chip it out to center now. Number 20 for the Gargoyles. He cuts it. He's all alone and he scores. Shows some patience there and buries the shot. Waited for the goalie to react first and beat him short side.
And that was Mike Jubb of the Green Gate Gargoyles, and as you said, showed a great amount of patience waiting for that perfect opportunity to put it on the top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookie jar. Outstanding regular season, 75 points in 22 games, and he's bringing that scoring power to this final game in the Div 6 championship final.
8 minutes remain now, first period. Looks like we got a nice even one as we are tied at 1, 7 minutes into the hockey game. Here come the Wild now, almost offside, but they somehow stayed on. 76 high slot takes a snapshot. Blocker saved by the Gargoyles goalie now. Here come the Gargoyles, possible 2-on-1. Looks like the Wild are going to break that up, but they got a guy coming in the right side. Nice move, and they score!
And what a beautiful goal! Scored by number 6, Travis Dwinell of the Green Gate Gargoyles.
He gave his guy a little dipsy doodle, how's she going there? And again, a very similar goal to the first one as he waited for the goalie to react.
And you wouldn't be surprised if that makes the TSN highlights tonight. Just a beautiful goal, great execution, and he's at it again.
As they say on TSN, that could be a Hahn candidate. All right, 2-1 lead now for the Gargoyles. Number 23 for the Wild comes towards the middle. 76, who's been all over the ice. He cuts in. Here come the Gargoyles now. 14, one of the men with a big beard. Right wing boards. Dishes, can't find his guy. That'll give the Wild a free breakout as the puck left the zone. That play is broken up by the Gargoyles captain, number 7, and sent back to the Wild zone. Here come the Wild now up the right wing boards, put the puck towards the middle. That play is broken up by that captain again. And here come the Gargoyles. They're back behind their own net. Outlet pass won't make its target as the Wild control. Wild back in their own zone looking for the breakout pass. And here we go. 7 minutes remain in the first period here. Div 6 Championship Sunday at Rawl. pretty much the second most exciting championship Sunday of the year after Super Bowl, Desmond, I will concede.
Well, Super Bowl is operating with a little bit of a bigger budget. We're looking at least $1 million a minute to place an ad. And that, a little bit of roughing taking place here, Paul.
Well, as you know, hockey players are not always the best behaved, and sometimes when a goalie takes a whack and there's a little scrum after a whistle, you give a little face wash, let the guys know that you mean business.
That's right, that's the rule you're taught. You take care of your goaltenders, they'll take care of you. Looks like we're taking a face-off in the opposite end.
That one's a little bit different there. The Wild actually are the ones taking the penalty in the offensive zone, as the defending player tagged up with them, and the attacking player there took a little bit of exception to it and is getting called by the referees for a face wash on the play, sending the Gargoyles to the power play as they look to extend their lead. Here's the puck in the corner. Gargoyles doing a great job of moving it around, looking for the open guy on the ice. Play is right in front of us on our broadcast side. Gargoyles trying to open up. They get it in front. Tipped, but tipped wide. And the Wild send the puck the length of the ice.
That was Sean McCabe hoping to create an opportunity there, deflect that in. Unsuccessful. Got to see some entertaining hockey again with Travis Dwinell with that beautiful highlight-worthy goal. We'll see what happens here in the last 5 minutes and 45 seconds in the first period.
And that Wild penalty went to number 11, Derek Cox. 2 minutes for roughing. I have a couple of goal announcements to catch up on. We'll get that on the next whistle. 55 seconds remain in the Gargoyles power play. Modus Wild now looking to send it down the ice for the third time in a row. They will do that. In fact, they do it with control as they gain the attacking zone shorthanded. Gargoyles break it out now. We got a potential 3-on-1. Number 21 down the left wing boards looking for the centering pass. Gets it through, but a little bit late. And we're going to have a little puck battle here. Number 20 for the Gargoyles.
Yeah, this is the first line for the Gargoyles. Their number one line's out, so some exciting hockey taking place.
And the Wild send it the length of the ice. Gargoyles in the dying seconds here of their power play. They're going to get one last chance to try and gain the zone and pick up the open man for a shot. Here come the Gargoyles now. And we are back to full strength here at the State Arena. That play's broken up. Modus Wild successfully clear, and the Gargoyles are going to score.
No goal.
We got no goal on the play.
It appeared to go off
the puck ended up in the net. The referee's conferring faceoff's going to come outside. I think there was some incidental goalie interference there. It won't be called a penalty, but it was enough to wave off the goal from being scored.
In these first two championship games, we've seen some slap shot goals. That can be one of the most fearsome times in hockey is when you're standing in front of a slap shot. You might be tempted to go flamingo on it, Paul.
All right. And here come the Gargoyles. Are going to send this one the length of the ice, which should allow me to pick up a couple of goals here. Gargoyles have scored 2 goals in the last several minutes. The first one was scored by number 20, Mike Jubb, and the assist, that one was unassisted. And the second Gargoyles goal was scored by number 6, Travis Dwinell. The assist there went to number 14, Jeff Davis, giving the Gargoyles a 2-1 lead. 21 sends it through. Gargoyles keep controlling the point. They've built a 1-goal lead here in the first period. They try to center it. Number 2 in behind the net. Sets up shop in his office. And he tries to center it. Can't. Wild's breakout is broken up by the Gargoyles. Here come the Gargoyles now. Number 21 comes through. In the slot, they score!
Oh!
The first shot was stopped by the goalie Sawchuk, but when the rebound came back to his stick, he made absolutely no mistake about it.
Those are your two top scorers for the Green Gate Gargoyles, Mike Jubb and John Evans. And they were working together to put another point on the board for their team.
All right, well, the Wild scored the first goal tonight, Desmond, but since then, the Gargoyles have added 3 unanswered to build a 3-1 lead here.
John Evans in the regular season. Oh!
And we've got a goal. It was right off the face-off.
Modus Wild wasting no time.
That should be a heck of a replay. To be honest, Desmond, I had my head down, buried in technology like a junior high student. I missed the goal, but it was only like 1 or 2 seconds after the face-off. And we have a 3-2 hockey game here with the Wild getting to within 1. Lots of goals here in the first period. We've seen 5 in 12 minutes. Tough start for the goaltenders here. Here come the Gargoyles. They center the puck. Number 14 of the Gargoyles, slap shot from the point.
That's 14 Jeff Davis with one of the best beards in the league of all the divisions.
I gotta tell you, yeah, that is one impressive beard. I might grow that, Desmond, but I'm not quite sure what my employer would say about my appearance. And here we go now, late in the first period of action. Here come the Gargoyles. The Wild break up that attempt. The Wild are now going to enter the Gargoyle zone down the right wing boards. Weak wrist shot fired through and wide. Wild look to center it, picked up by the Gargoyles on an interception. Number 3 for the Wild circles back to his own zone. He gets the puck towards the middle of the ice. We're going to see a tripping penalty here. Number 12 on the Gargoyles was reaching with his stick in the attacking zone, Desmond. You'll want to see those attacking zone penalties.
Yeah, credit to Sean McCabe of the Green Gate Gargoyles. Very aggressive play, not letting up for a moment, keeping the pressure on in the offensive zone.
And the last Wild goal was scored by number 11, Derek Cox, with assist to number 12.
Ivan Girtin.
And the last Gargoyles goal was scored by number 20, Mike Jubb, with an assist to number 21, John Evans, and to number 8, Jamie Schroeder, making his playoff debut this year as Jamie Schroeder. And we're back. Number 3 for the Wild retreats to his own zone. They're on the power play now. 3 tees one up. We got a big time slap block from number 7. He looks to be hurt.
Slap shot injuries can be a fearsome thing, but team captain for the Green Gate Gargoyles, not afraid to get in front of that puck. And he's going off with a little bit hurt.
And the Gargoyles penalty went to number 12, John Graham. John Graham received a tripping minor. Wild now still have 1 minute and 18 seconds on the power play as they look to tie the game. The Gargoyles send the puck down to the Wild zone. Here come the Wild now on the breakout. Entering the play in the left wing zone. Number 17 has it on the left side. And that play is broken up offside.
Are you aware of any unique playoff traditions? People will grow out beards, but they'll also do a number of other things. Paul, what are some more of the unusual ones you've seen over the years?
Well, in Nashville right now, as they start another year hoping for another run to the finals, they've been throwing catfish on the ice. Gotta tell you, that's a little bit disgusting. All right, now we're in the last minute of play in the first period. Gargoyles are on the right side. That puck, they tried to put it right through the 5-hole.
Modus Wild goaltender Brad Sawchuk being careful and calculated, not taking any chances, handily stopping that.
Yeah, he made a nice save there. Not letting the puck through that 5-hole. Sometimes called the wickets. And here we have now 30 seconds remaining. The Wild are coming up through the neutral zone. And that play is broken up. Number 2 for the Gargoyles in chase, in pursuit. Can't get there. Wild now, dying seconds. First period, they're down the right wing boards. Puck goes into the corner. Number 14, he's got it there, trying to get the breakout. And here we go. That's going to do it now for our first period of action. Just a reminder to our fans watching around the world, the millions and millions of fans, to please follow along on our Twitter today. We are at RAL_playoffs. RAL being WRAHL.
That's right, and we're happy to have people from all over the country tuning in to these exciting games at State Arena. Packed house today below us. You can't see it on the camera, but the crowd has enjoyed an entertaining first period.
And we got a little AC/DC on during the intermission to get you through the next 30 seconds while we take a break. All right, folks, we are back here in the second period at the State Arena. Gargoyles with a 3-2 lead here. And they have possession. Got a shot that was just steered wide. The Wild now looking for the breakout back into the Gargoyle zone. That play is broken up by number 2. Here come the Gargoyles. They're going to put this puck in deep. No, they're not. They're going to have it with possession. Left wing shot right on target. And our goaltender, Sawchuk, makes a nice save again. And here come the Gargoyles now, back in their own zone. Number 14, the man with the beard. Not to be confused with any characters of Duck Dynasty.
Or Lord of the Rings characters.
Or ZZ Top. Desmond, when ZZ Top plays in Canada, are they called ZZ Top?
This is a question, a matter of preference. What do you go by, Paul?
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm a concert fan and a big fan of rock music, but I've never seen ZZ Top, so I wouldn't know what to call them in Canada.
And you make it to a number of concerts a year. You even saw the late and great Tom Petty.
I managed to see Tom Petty 3 times at the Saddledome. The Wire, the Gargoyles think they scored, but no call from the referee. Unfortunately, even though we're filming today, there's no video review in men's hockey, so that's not going to be a goal. Play continues back into the Gargoyle zone.
Modus Wild goaltender Brad Sawchuk just made a huge save to keep his team competitive and in this game.
Here's the Wild now. Number 3 sends a puck down the ice. Number 17 for the Wild now. High slot. He's going to take a wrist shot. That's blocked by number 7. Number 7, that's why he's wearing the C. He's willing to pay the price. He was injured earlier on a block shot, and he's still blocking shots. You can tell how bad he wants the Division 6 championship today, Des.
That would be Brad Hitchings from the Green Gate Gargoyles, as you mentioned, prepared to pay the price. And here's number 16 for the Gargoyles, over to number 6. Shot wide.
All right, now we've got 12 and a half minutes left in the second period. Green Gate Gargoyles have a 1-goal lead here in the Div 6 championship game. The Wild have possession back in their own zone. Number 3, he starts the breakout. He's cutting towards the middle now. And the Wild, that play gets broken up by the Gargoyles. Here come the Gargoyles. all alone as they head to change. Nice little dipsy doodle by number 6, goes around him.
It's Travis.
Feeding him a steady diet of dangles.
That's number 6, Travis Dwiddle, has got a gift for stick handling, and he's using that to the max this game.
And the Wild there, number 21, tried to skate through 4 guys, had a little bit of success, but the play was broken up. Here come the Wild now, back in their own zone, dangerously close to their own net. And here come the Wild now. Sorry, here come the Gargoyles. They've got possession. That puck is fired in wide of the net, playing the old dump and chase philosophy. And number 15 now for the Gargoyles. Gets a shot. The Wild now coming up 2-on-2 with the red helmet there. Whoa, my goodness!
Whoa!
That shot was from a tough angle, and just possibly our goalie here would like to have that one back as he was beat short side from a low angle. But nonetheless, Desmond, we have a tie hockey game.
That's right, and that was scored by number 76, Christopher Hellery. And I think that's his second goal of the game. Clearly a sharp shooter. You don't want to give him any chances, as he took that goal from a very difficult angle.
As we approach the midway point of both the second period and the game, we have a nice even hockey game, 3-3. The Wild scored first, then gave up 3 in a row, and have since scored 2 goals to tie things up here at 3. So this might be one of those high-scoring games, but it is pretty even out there.
I'd like to see nice, clean hockey. Penalties haven't been a big factor in this game so far. Just a battle of skill out on the ice.
And in the arena right now, we have Journey being played. And the puck's going to go as it looks like the puck was, or the whistle's going to go because it looks like the puck was underneath the player's back there. We just had the goal announcement in the arena, so I will take this opportunity to provide that same goal announcement. Then live right now, that goal was scored by Modus Wild number 11, Derek Cox, and the assist to number 12, Ivan Gurtin, making things 3-3. Here's the Wild now. They're on the attack again, trying to take a 4-3 lead. There's going to be a point shot here with traffic in front. Number 20, breakaway pass. No, partial break anyway. And it looked like a little timber moment there. The Wild defender was playing lumberjack, and that was let go by our referees today.
It's Green Gate Gargoyles have their most aggressive line on with Mike Jubb and John Evans, who put a few points on the board so far for the Gargoyles.
Gargoyles have control back in their own zone, looking for a pass up the middle. And Wild defender there playing a little bit kamikaze style, willing to sacrifice his own body. And the Gargoyles now get it back in behind the net. Centering pass, number 20 is going to have a chance. Steered away by the blocker of goaltender Sawchuk. Keeping this game knotted at 3. Gargoyles back to their own zone. They're going to head down the right wing. Number 20 goes towards the middle. And here we go. Scoring chance. No. Play is broken up. Now here is the Wild players now. Right wing coming in as number 74. That play is broken up by the Gargoyles. And the Modus Wild now, they send the puck in deep.
It's like a line change for the Gargoyles. Get some fresh men out on the ice to go out on the attack.
And one of the Wild players petitioning the referees for a high sticking call and holding his mouth. But nonetheless, play continues as neither of our referees saw the potential high stick. And here we go now. Play back towards the Wild zone. They make it through. Lots of turnovers here. And here come the Wild now. Number 3 down the left wing boards on the attack. He's going to cut towards the middle. Dipsy doodle. Can't control the puck and keep it. That play's going to circle around now, back to the high point on the Wild side of the ice. Kept in at the boards.
That was Josh Cullen with some fancy stick handling, but not enough to make it a scoring opportunity. We're back at the other end, Modus Wild zone.
The Wild now, number 23, has possession on his own side of the boards. And they put the puck up towards the middle now, number 19. With speed, he comes in, shot on target, steered to the corner. Whoa, there's a chance right out in front. Number 3 had a chance on a great pass, but the Gargoyles goalie was equal to the task.
Josh Cullen had a great shift, couple scoring opportunities. I think it's just a matter of time here before he puts one on the board for his team.
And we've crossed the halfway point of the game, still not at a 3. The Wild now with control, back in their own zone. Number 23 on the attack, 2-on-2, broken up by the defender. Number 7, gotta tell you, he might not get a lot of points today, but this guy is one rugged defenseman. Number 7 for the Green Gate Gargoyles.
You're right,
Desmond, who is that?
That's Brad Hitchings, and we've seen him time and again, as you say, not afraid to sacrifice his body to defend the team, protect the team, advance the team, doing a great job out there.
Brad Hitchings paying the price. One of the reasons why you wear the C sometimes is you're the guy who's willing to sacrifice and pound and kill his own body trying to help the team out. With a little Led Zeppelin rock and roll played in the arena here at St. We have a packed house. Here, standing room only at the St. Arena.
Right.
Every seat is taken for the Raw Div 6 championship game.
And that is nice to see, with even more people listening from coast to coast to coast, tuning in to the best hockey you're going to find in April.
Here in Canada, we do have 3 coasts, but I don't know how many people are watching on that north coast. Here come the Wild now. Their play gets broken up. Gargoyles down the right wing side. Wrist shot by number 20. Blocked by the Wild defender. Out towards the middle. 12 takes a shot. And 2 block shots in a row by the Wild. Send the Wild in now. Partial break. Down the right wing side to the middle. Number 12. The goalie slides across. Keeps the pads together, taking away the 5-hole.
Ivan Gerton, assistant captain for the Modus, unable to capitalize as a beautiful save by Andrew Kordick for the Green Gate Gargoyles. Cut down the angle, preventing an upset.
Here we go now. Number 3, slap shot high. And the goaltender, pretty easy save to make the save anyway when it hits in the logo. But the hard part is keeping control for a whistle.
Well, you think of slap shots in the history of the NHL, Paul. Who are some fearsome players that come to mind when you think of slap shots?
Well, of course, Bobby Hull, kind of the originator of the curve stick and one of the first huge slap shots. Then Al McInnes through the late 80s and most of the 90s. And more recently, it's the Zdeno Charas of the world you've had to fear in the NHL, and maybe Shea Weber.
I love Al McInnes had a reputation through the NHL for his fearsome slap shot.
Here's the Gargoyles now, number 2. Ryan Hart was on the attack. Ryan Hart, a fellow Minneport hockey alumni, as are several of the Green Gate Gargoyles. A couple kids I grew up playing some puck with back in the 90s. Oddly enough, later today in the Div 1 final, we have the Minneport Whalers, a team made up of several Minneport hockey alumni.
Did you ever have any personal playoff traditions yourself?
Well, my personal playoff traditions definitely grew the playoff beard as soon as age would allow it. And basically it was just play as hard as you can, Desmond. That was the whole goal.
You always took your showers and changed your clothes. Nice shot.
Rumor does have it. I just received a text all the way from Bermuda. My friend who's now teaching in Bermuda, tuning in, all the way from Bermuda. That has to be our farthest away viewer, unless anybody wants to send me a text message from Shanghai. But Desmond, I'm not counting on it.
We may have some European listeners as well. We'll see what comes in.
I hear we are trending in the country of Denmark. The Raw finals here. Div 6 final. This one's knotted at 3. Coincidentally, number 3 for the Wild tries to get it out. 6 for the Green Gargoyles. He's in behind the goal. Now the puck is in behind the Wild net. Little puck battle there. We're into the corners. That's where play can get a little bit rough. That's where they separate the men from the boys. Or in some cases in rec hockey, the ladies from the girls. Yesterday, I refereed 2 different female hockey players playing on a men's team with the guys, which is awesome to see.
That's great.
In the arena right now, we got a little Steppenwolf, Born to be Wild, one of the best Canadian classic rock songs of all time. Desmond, what would you suggest is the best Canadian classic rock song of all time?
I'm a big fan of Taking Care of Business, BTO. Every single Kamloops Blazers game opens to the Blazers coming out to that song.
Desmond, of course, being from Kamloops. My friend's wife is from Kamloops, and he often calls Kamloops Fruit Loops.
It sounds like a breakfast cereal, doesn't it?
With apologies to Toucan Sam. Here come the Wild now. They're coming out of their own zone.
It was once said the only thing good that came out of Kamloops was a highway, which I highly object to that phrase.
And number 6 now for Greengate. Takes the shot. It's blocked and steered to the side. The Gargoyles put that puck on goal. Sawchuk can't control the rebound, but fortunately for him, his defenseman got it. Here come the Wild now. Number 74 has it on the right wing boards. Cutting up through the middle. They managed to get the puck deep into the zone. And here come the Wild now. Number 74 gets around his defender. He cuts towards the middle, takes the shot, and the Gargoyles goalie makes a pretty big save, keeping things knotted at 3. Desmond, have you noticed here that the scoring has slowed down?
That's right, a penalty being assigned. And look, there was took the shot, and there was some additional stick work taking place. Not sure if that's going to be high sticking or interference. In either case, a power play, as the Modus Wild are assigned a penalty, they'll be shorthanded with the playoff in their own zone, face-off in their own zone. That'll be going to number 74, Dave Furs of the Modus Wild.
Number 7 there took a big slap shot. He's my pick for MVP in this game so far. The Modus Wilders are now on the penalty kill, as number 74, Dave Furs, like you said, did take a penalty there.
A little bit of frustration on his part, being denied a scoring opportunity.
Puck now goes back to the Gargoyles' point. Slap shot is tipped, and our goaltender makes the first save, but can't make the second, as number 27, the only man in Calgary that plays hockey with brown gloves, that has to be Pat Stein, picks up the rebound and buries it on the power play to give the Gargoyles a 4-3 lead.
And we've seen Brad Sawchuk let out some dangerous rebounds, and that can't happen when you got such aggressive offensive players on the Greengate Gargoyles. But it looks like Pat Stein, you're right, took advantage of that rebound to give their team an advantage with 1 minute remaining in period 2.
I've had the privilege of playing a little bit of hockey over the years with Pat Stein. I've refereed him on a variety of teams. He wears the nice, ugly brown, orange, and yellow gloves. But in that case, it doesn't matter what color his gloves were, he had some hands. And the Gargoyles now have a 4-3 lead late in the second period now. The Wild now, slap shot, right on target.
Beautiful.
And the Gargoyles goalie gobbles that one up
Andrew Kordick.
to make a pretty huge save.
And the fans are liking the Green Gate Gargoyles as they're standing on their feet for the last minute in appreciation of the effort they've put in getting another goal. We must have a great DJ in the arena tonight, Paul. They're playing some of your favorite tunes.
Playing a little rock and roll here at the State Arena.
What's one of the top concerts you've seen at the Saddle Dome over the years, Paul?
Best concert at the Saddle Dome, I'd have to go with Bruce Springsteen in 2003.
Whoa!
So the couple of Foo Fighters shows in the last couple of years would probably be second and third. I'm seeing the Foo Fighters again at the Saddle Dome in September, Desmond.
That's great to see.
Here's the Wild now, taking the puck, bringing it around the boards. Number 10 dishes potentially offside. Yeah, it's going to get called offside there with 17 seconds left in the second period. Here at State. And we've got the organ player now, Willie Jewson, making some noise here in the arena. Number 2 puts the puck. It looks like a centering pass. The goalie stuck his stick out to take away the pass and then jumped on it. 9 seconds remain here in the second period at St. Gargoyles are up 4-3. And it's going to get sent the length of the ice as time expires. It's in second period action here. We'll be back shortly with the third period. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with the third period of action and the Raw Division 6 championship game here on Championship Sunday. The Gargoyles are up 4-3 on the Modus Wild. It's been a heck of a hockey game, Desmond.
It's been fantastic. Best place to watch hockey today is at the State Arena. We got a great game going on. Last period of the championship final, Div 6.
Yeah, we have a close one here. The Wild were down 3-1, then they battled back to tie it before allowing the latest goal of this game to the Gargoyles. Gargoyles head down the left wing boards. In behind the net, number 21, he circles around, centering the puck. This one gets deflected, out of play. And our referee, Jim, down there, also from the Okanagan area, he blows the whistle for a puck out of play. And that puck, Wild tried to put it high and hard off the glass in an attempt to break out. It's broken up. Number 20 has the puck in behind the goal. He circles around, dishes to the front of the net, and a shot is fired wide. Gargoyles looking to build on their 1-goal lead here. They would like to take out some insurance on that 1-goal lead by making it 2. In this case, the Wild have iced it.
That's that Green Gate Gargoyles, very menacing line. Modus Wild, we got Mike Jubb and John Evans. Pretty incredible stats for the regular season, with Jubb putting up 75 points in only 22 games. over 3 points a game, Paul.
Yeah, the only time I ever average 3 points a game is when I play floor hockey with junior high students. No one ever accused me of doing that in rec hockey or in hockey growing up.
I'm sure you created some lasting memories for those junior high students, as I think you were also the leader in penalty minutes in that league as well.
That's true. This is a true story, Desmond. Most teachers, when you have the opportunity to play floor hockey and dodgeball and some sports like that with students, you do have to massage your fragile ego by getting a few points on the board.
Some of the greatest penalty minute leaders of all time, can you call to mind, who comes to mind when you think about that, Paul? Penalty minute leaders. There's been many names you can think of. Most of them are all Canadian.
I think the all-time leader, Desmond, is Tiger Williams. Also on that list is probably Tim Hunter and Chris Nylon. Maybe Brian Marchmont, Adolph Samuelson, Bob Probert.
You got it. All nailed down. Tiger Williams, Dale Hunter, Ty Domi, Marty McSorley's on that list, along with Bob Probert.
I like when you say a Dale Hunter. Dale Hunter might have been one of the best mixes of skill and toughness. Of course, his most famous play would be the post-goal body check on Pierre Turgeon. Knocked him out of the playoffs, I believe a 21-game suspension.
Wow.
But Dale Hunter did have a pretty successful NHL career and an arguably more successful junior hockey coaching career with the London Knights and several Memorial Cup championships.
If you add up the time, it's a lot of time to spend in the penalty box. Dale Hunter, 3,565 career penalty minutes. You'd be pretty familiar with all the sin bins around the league with that kind of stat.
All right, now the Wild are down by a goal here in the Div 6 championship game, and they're in the attacking zone. Puck's in the corner, it's centered. The centering pass was mixed. 25 keeps it in, chips it back in. And there's gonna be a breakaway pass here. Number 6 on the Gargoyles did a great job of staying on side and collecting the pass. He rips a snapshot high and wide left. Number 15, wrist shot towards the middle. It gets broken up. And here come the Wild now. Oh! That puck was shot from the high corner there and managed to find its way in through the wickets. The goaltender Sawchuk, making it 5-3 for the Gargoyles.
The Gargoyles are not afraid to take shots to pepper the Modus Wild goaltender from any and all angles, and it has paid off over the course of this game as they've gotten goals from some pretty difficult angles, and they're just keeping up the pressure.
Okay, folks, it's 5-3 here for the Gargoyles. 2-goal lead. They did have one earlier. They were up 3-1 before the Wild stormed back to tie it up. And we have just under 12 minutes remaining here in the third period. Here's number 15 for the Gargoyles. He fires a pass up through the middle. And the Wild now, they get control back in their own zone. There's a puck race. It's going to be won by 76. He rings it around the boards for his own guy. The Wild down 2 goals. They got to get a nice clean breakout out of their zone. They can't do it. The Gargoyles pick it back up. Chip shot here. 76. Back pass to his own D-man. Here come the Wild entering the attacking zone with control on the left wing. Puck goes up through the middle into the slot. Little slide, the electric slide, a little dipsy doodle there.
Got a 2-on-1. Right.
And here comes number 76. He's all alone. 1-on-2. He cuts to the outside, and the defender played him tight. There's going to be a call on that play, giving the Wild a power play. The defending player, the man with the big beard, puts his arms in the air asking what he did, but he will have 2 minutes to reflect in the penalty box about his behavior.
Well, Green Gate Gargoyles not wanting to give number 76, Christopher Hillary, any chance at getting a point on the board. We'll see how they can do with this power play.
So that last Green Gate goal was scored by number 5, Marty Lamb. It was an unassisted goal to put Gargoyles up by 2. But the Wild have a huge opportunity now on the power play to get back to within 1.
Lamb had a great regular season, putting up 4 goals and 9 assists in only 10 games for a total of 13 points.
There was a delayed offside on the play there, sending the puck all the way back down to the Gargoyle zone on the intentional offside. Here at the State Arena. 10:25 remains now. Third period. Wild down by 2 goals to the Gargoyles. And the puck now heads back into the Wild zone. Both these teams have a title sponsor, the Modus Wild and the Green Gate Gargoyles. Always nice when you can get your rec league, beer league hockey team, a corporate sponsor, help with those hockey fees, help with those jerseys, and maybe even help with some beer.
Absolutely. Number 21, John Evans, who's been a force in this game, almost had an opportunity to put another one away for the Green Gate Gargoyles.
Alrighty now, here is, puck is in center, and the player's looking for a call. One of the players on the bench was auditioning for coach's corner with his arms up in the air, waving around like he just doesn't care. Looking for a call, doesn't get one. The Wild now continue on the power play. Number 3 steers it towards the net. 74 looking for a little bit of twine there. Can't get it over the goalie's shoulder, and he covers up for a whistle with 9:18 remaining.
That's right. 74 Dave Purse, pretty tight angle to get one by, but as the Green Gate Gargoyles have shown, they'll take the chance on any shot, and it's paid off for them as they had peppered the Modus Wild goaltender and snuck 5 by them.
We got 30 seconds remaining now. Third period. 30 seconds remaining in the power play, that is. There's still 9 minutes remaining in the third period. Here's Modus Wild now, number 25. He goes in behind the net, looking for an open player. Through the slot now. Little move, backhand shot, broken up by the defender. And number 77 with the red helmet. He tries to get something going, slap shot, finds its way through. Pad saved by the Gargoyles goalie now. Puck in the corner, broken up by the Gargoyles. That does it for the Wild power play. 14 stays onside, breakaway. And Sawchuk stacks the pads and hangs on for a whistle. That probably could have been the straw that broke the monkey's back, Desmond.
That's right, Brad Sawchuk came up big there to keep his team in it. As we've seen in the past, by no means a foregone conclusion that this game is over. Modus Wild needs to pick up the offense a little bit and put a couple away. They've got 8 minutes and 28 seconds to make that happen.
Alrighty, folks, we're here. We are pumped up. We're all fired up, folks. The final 8 minutes of the Division 6 Championship glory. When you're standing at the water cooler tomorrow, there is no bragging rights better than saying that you won the Division 6 Raw Championship. This is big stuff, folks. This is the only playoff hockey played in Calgary today. There are no Flames, no Hitmen in the playoffs.
It's the talk of the town, not only of Calgary, but coast to coast to coast.
You gotta come down to State today to see the Raw Finals.
Broadcasting live on the World Wide Web.
And the Gargoyles trying to keep a 2-goal lead here. They've got the puck back in their own zone. That puck is thrown ahead.
Gargoyles with the line change get some fresh men on the ice.
Number 6 now for the Gargoyles. He cuts in. That play's broken up by the Wild defender.
That was Travis Dwinnell, who had arguably the most beautiful goal of the game. He's heading off the ice to let another man on.
Probably of the day. Here's number 12 for the Gargoyles. He cuts into the zone. Cuts to the middle, gets around a defender, then loses the puck as it was knocked away. The Wild now trying to beat their man to the outside. 17 is going to get called there for the hold. That's the guy with the beard again. He just took the last penalty, and he's going to go back to for another step in the sin bin.
No contest there. He knows what he did, and he'll have another 2 minutes to think about that. Modus Wild, the real opportunity here to capitalize.
So that's number 14, Jeff Davis. His last penalty was for holding.
Modus Wild fans on their feet. Slap shot, what a save!
And he takes his second consecutive holding penalty. This is a huge chance, Desmond, for the Green Gate Gargoyles.
Win the
Sorry, for
face-off.
the Modus Wild. As they look to close the gap, they're down by 2 here. Number 4 takes the shot. He gets it through.
We have Josh Cullen and Jeff Cotherward at the point.
Here come the Gargoyles now. Modus Wild now into the attacking zone. Gets around one defender. Little hook put on, no call. Number 2 now picks it up for the Gargoyles. He goes to clear it. That's broken up. The Wild now have it back on their own left point. Slap shot from the point gets through, but doesn't find the net. It goes wide. Wild still with control. D-to-D pass.
A lot of traffic in front of the net right now.
That save's made by the goalie. Wild keep control. They're picking up the rebounds. Number 3, slap shot from the point, high and wide.
Josh Cullen with another opportunity.
Oh, that one hit the post. You heard the clank sound. You heard the ding. But the post is not a goal. The post is wide. It doesn't do it. Just over 5 minutes remaining now. Third period here on Championship Sunday for the Western Recreational Adult Hockey League. It's the Div 6 Finals. Gargoyles up on the Wild by 2. Wild now, 30 seconds left on their power play. Number 7 picks up his 28th block shot of the game, taking that slap shot right off the sternum. And now number 7 sends the puck with a pass the length of the ice. This will pretty much do it for the Wild power play. And we have a short-handed goal.
Where Grandma keeps the cookie jar. That appeared to be from number 21, John Evans.
The Gargoyles with a short-handed goal here with 5 minutes remaining, making the lead 6-3. I gotta tell you, Desmond, there's a good chance that will be the icing on the cake for this hockey game.
A short-handed goal at this juncture in the game puts a lot of pressure on the Modus Wild, and it appears they're not letting up. Number 20 with the backhand.
Yeah, we have a 6-3 lead here with just under 5 minutes left. And the players look like they're getting a little bit yippy out there, which does tend to happen in rec league hockey. It's been known to happen.
Team captain Brad Hitchings, again, not letting up, consistent game of giving it his all.
Number 21 for the Gargoyles fires a backhand shot on target, steered away by the goalie. Puck comes out to center now. The Green Gate Gargoyles dump it in. Modus Wild now sending the puck through the neutral zone. The pass is not retrieved. Back to the Gargoyles. Back to the Wild. We're playing a little bit of tennis here as the puck goes back and forth and back and forth. Number 21, cross-ice pass. There's number 2. He's happy to take a little time off the clock and maintain control here, as the Gargoyles have to feel pretty comfortable with the 3-goal lead that they built here in the dying minutes of this hockey game.
Penalty over, 4 minutes remaining. As you mentioned, Gargoyles very comfortable. Nice job, number 20. John Evans, 21.
And we're going to have a power play on here. Both referees blew the whistle, probably meaning they both made the call. It's going to be a body checking call as tempers and emotions flare here at the St. Arena. But that's hockey. The Gargoyles are taking a 2-minute body checking penalty. Now I have to announce the last Gargoyles goal. It was scored by number 21, John Evans, with an assist to number 7,
Brad
Hitchings. Pretty impressive display here.
Yeah. John Evans putting up 33 goals in the regular season. Second only to Mike Judd with 43 goals. Good tunes playing as we wind down the third period, 3 minutes, 48 seconds. Gargoyles fans on their feet in appreciation for the hard work that they've done.
Earlier today, we were talking about Fruit Loops, so I gotta tell you folks, this power play is brought to you by Kellogg's Cereal. Not only do they make Fruit Loops, they make other cereals too.
Proud sponsor, multicolored. Rainbows are popular these days, as are the rainbow colors of the Fruit Loops.
My kids are 7 and 8 years old. They only get Fruit Loops when we are on vacation and eating hotel breakfast. That's their rule.
A special treat. Want to take care of them.
That last penalty against Greengate went to number 21.
Number 20, Dipsy Doodle stick handle.
21 received a 2-minute body checking penalty. And Greengate continues to play it on 16!
Dan Anderson shows great patience in putting the final touches on that goal as he undressed Brad Sawchuk.
Yeah, that makes the score 7-3 there. The Greengate Gargoyles with their second shorthanded goal of the third period. Number 16 showed some patience, and that is a Hahn candidate here in the Rawl Finals. You can rewind it on YouTube if you're watching at home. If you're one of the 2 million viewers we have on the live stream right now, you can watch that again.
It's very satisfying to know that we've got a few million viewers. The Nielsen ratings kind of coming up as we're live streaming. And you can tell why. It's exciting hockey today here at the State Arena.
We're in the dying moments here. This one is all over, except for the crying, as Greengate has opened up a 4-goal lead here in the third period. They will be sipping from the cup momentarily as we enter the final 2 minutes of play here at the State Arena. The Wild now praying for a miracle. They need 4 just to tie it. Number 7 puts the puck into his own corner now.
Crowd being a little bit cheeky as they start chanting, "Warm up the bus," trying to discourage the Modus Wild.
One of the best chirps, Desmond, I ever heard from a hockey crowd. I was at a Calgary Hitmen versus Red Deer Rebels playoff game taking place in Red Deer, Alberta. And then a Hitmen fan yelled at a Red Deer fan, "Hey buddy, your combine is double parked."
What do you say to that? No comeback.
There is no comeback to your combine being double parked. We don't mean to make fun of the farmers. They are the heart of Alberta and clearly produce a lot of awesome food for us.
That's right.
Just a reminder to all our fans out there, please follow along on the Raw Twitter. We posted a trivia question earlier today that no one has answered yet.
We got a Tim Hortons gift card up for grabs. Should we repeat the question one more time?
Who was the first and only Calgary Flames hockey player to score 5 goals in a game? You can tweet us at @Rawl_playoffs. Rawl being WRAHL. @Rawl_playoffs.
If you're unable to come down and pick up that card, you can tweet it in and give that gift card to the announcer of your choice. But great question for a great team. And the music is pumping as we wind down, approaching the last minute in the third period.
Yeah, golf season is on the horizon here in Calgary. There's still plenty of snow on the ground. But these guys are wrapping up the hockey season here. It's the final minute of the third period. And the Wild need 4 to tie it. I gotta tell you, that's gotta be borderline impossible. If it was a Tom Cruise movie, it would be Mission Impossible. Speaking of ZZ Top earlier, that was a little ZZ Top being played in the arena here by Lauren and Jeremy, our resident DJs. We got Wes on the timekeeper today. And Dave is on the camera. Lots of raw people here making this event happen, making the finals an enjoyable experience for the thousands watching at the State Arena and the millions watching on YouTube around the world. We got 20 seconds left here. The champagne is uncorked, the championship hats are ready and waiting in the locker room.
Gargoyle fans on their feet for the last 10 seconds of regulation time in this championship game.
Ladies and gentlemen, a huge congratulations to the 2017-2018 Division 6 champions, the Green Gate Gargoyles, and also a congratulations to the runner-up in Division 6, the Modus Wild. Huge congratulations, though. The Green Gate Gargoyles are the champions for this year. Fantastic hockey game. We will be back at about 1 p.m. in half an hour, bringing you the Division 5 championship game. But once again, congratulations to Green Gate, the Div 6 champions. We're signing off. Enjoy your hockey day, folks.